Hello students, welcome to Sir's Academy. Today we are going to learn class 10th Maths Chapter 1 Real Numbers Part 4 Fundamental Theorem of Arithmetic, Factor Tree and HCF and LCM Concepts. Hello students, welcome to Sir's Academy. Today we are going to learn the new topic of this chapter, Real Numbers, that is the Fundamental Theorem of Arithmetic. So friends, what does this fundamental theorem of arithmetic says? It says that every composite number can be expressed or factorized as a product of primes, and these factorization is unique apart from the orders in which the prime factors occurs. Is it clear? Unique means being only one of its kind. Okay, so यहाँ पे क्या कहा है कि हर एक कॉम्पोजिट नंबर्स. नाउ फ्रेंड्स, यू नो व्हाट आर द प्राइम नंबर्स, राइट? प्राइम नंबर्स आर द नंबर्स which are divisible by 1 and itself. Okay, so which are the prime numbers? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, 31, 37, 41, 43, 47 and so on. These are the prime numbers. Is it clear? One is neither prime nor composite, and the remaining numbers are composite numbers. Okay, so composite numbers are say 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 8, 14, 15, 16, 18, 20 and so on. Is it clear friends? So यहाँ पे क्या कहते हैं कि कोई हर एक कॉम्पोजिट नंबर है, एवरी कॉम्पोजिट नंबर, उसको फैक्टराइज किया जा सकता है एज अ प्रोडक्ट ऑफ प्राइम्स. ठीक है, एवरी कॉम्पोजिट नंबर कैन बी एक्सप्रेस्ड और फैक्टराइज. ठीक है, कैन बी एक्सप्रेस और फैक्टराइज एज अ प्रोडक्ट ऑफ प्राइम्स एंड दिस फैक्टराइजेशन इज यूनिक. इज इट क्लियर? अपार्ट फ्रॉम द ऑर्डर इन विच द प्राइम फैक्टर्स अकर्स. उसका मतलब क्या है दोस्तों कि सपोज से आई एम प्राइम फैक्टराइजिंग 210. इज इट क्लियर? तो इसके प्राइम फैक्टर्स तो एक ही रहेंगे, परंतु उसका जो ऑर्डर है वो चेंज हो सकता है. ठीक है, अपार्ट फ्रॉम द ऑर्डर इन विच द प्राइम फैक्टर्स occur. Say I find out the prime factors of 210. So it is 370s, then it will be 235s, then 5 7s and 7 1s. Is it clear? So what are the prime factors of 210? 210 के prime factors कौन से हैं? If I write in the order in which they occur, तो order में क्या आएगा? 2 पहले आएगा, 2 into 3 into 5 into 7. ठीक है, these are the order in which they occurs. Is it clear? But it is not necessary to write in this way. ये फंडामेंटल थियरम ऑफ अरिथमेटिक ये कहता है कि ऑर्डर में ही हो जिस तरह से वो अकर होते हैं, ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है. इट कैन बी रिटन एज 210, कैन ऑल्सो बी रिटन एज 5 into 3 into 2 into 7 also, or it can be also written as 7 into 5 into 3 into 2 also. Okay, so this is the uniqueness of fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Is it clear friends? So hope this is understood. In other words, it says that the prime factorization of a natural number is unique except for the order of its factors. ठीक है, ये वर्ड मैटर करता है कि except for the order of its factors मतलब this is the order. Okay, so it may not be in the order form. Is it clear? So this is the uniqueness of fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Okay friends, now we move to the next topic. So now friends, let us learn what is a factor tree. Okay, so in the previous term we did a prime factorization by old method. So suppose if I am asked to find the factors of 420. Okay, so we were doing previously factors as 2 210s, 2 105s, then 5 2 1s and 3 7s and 7 1s. Okay, but as a factor tree, if I have to represent this, then I can write it as 2 200 tens are, then again I can write as 2 105s are, then I can write it as 5 21s are, then I can write it as 3 7s are. Is it clear? So this way, that is the prime factorization of composite number is done in this following way, then we call it as a factored way. Is it clear? So we can write there what are the prime factors of 420, that is 2 into 2 into 5 into 3 into 7. No need to write in order form, so we can write it as 2 square into 5 into 3 into 7. Is it clear, friends? Okay, so hope it is clear. If we are asked to write in an order form, then what it would be? 2 square into 3 into 5 into 7. Is it clear? Now we come to the next topic of this chapter. So friends, now finding HCF and LCM. ओके ये बहुत ही पुराना कंसेप्ट है, हमने बहुत ही लोअर स्टैंडर्ड्स में पढ़ा हुआ है. वी नो दैट HCF is what the highest common factor and LCM is what the lowest common multiple. So friends, what is HCF? Generally it is the product of the least power of each common prime factors involved in those numbers. I am underlining this main words, product of the least power of each common prime factors. Is it clear? And LCM is the product of the greatest power or of each of the common prime factors involved in those numbers. Is it clear? So let us understand what does it mean. Least means less power and greatest means the greatest power. Okay. So if we are asked to find the HCF and LCM of any two numbers, say between 35 and 50. Okay. If you are asked to find HCF and LCM of 35 and 50. This is just an example. Okay. So by prime factorization or factor tree method, I can factorize 35 as 5 into 7 is 35 and 50 can be factorized as prime factorized as 5 times of 50, then again 5 2s are 50. So what are the prime factors of 35? 35 is written as 5 into 7. Okay, and in order of primes, if I write 5 comes first, 5 into 7, and 50 is written as what? 5 into 5 into 2, that is 5 square. There are 2 5s and into 2. Is it clear? So friends, now if I am asked to find the HCF of 35, 50 is what? What does the definition says? Product of the least power of each of the common prime factors. So what is the least power of each of the common prime factors? So let us find what are common prime factors over here. यहाँ पे दोनों में common prime factor only 5 है, ठीक है. यहाँ पे भी 5 है, यहाँ पे भी 5 है. 7 and 2 are uncommon things. Okay, तो ये common prime factor है, उसमें least power. So what is the least power? Is 5 raised to 1. This is the least power. Okay, so what will be the HCF? Will be the least power, that is 5 raised to 1, that is 5. Is it clear? And in case of LCM, if I am asked to find LCM of these two numbers, that will be product of the greatest power of each of the common prime factors involved in those numbers. Okay, so in this case it will be here what is the greatest common what are the common prime factors? 5 5. What is the greatest power? This one is the greatest power, so in LCM we'll do consider this, that is 5 raised to square into, we also have to consider this uncommon numbers also, so 5 raised to square into 7 into 2. So my LCM of these two numbers will be 5 square is what? 25 into 14. So what is 25 into 14? Multiply it. 5 ones are 5, 2 ones are 2, 5 fours are 20, and 4 twos are 8 plus 2 is 10. So it will be 350. So the LCM of these two numbers will be what? 350. So friends, this is how we find the LCM and HCF. Is it clear? This is the first method, that is by prime factorization method. This is called as prime factorization method. Okay, there are other concepts of finding HCF and LCM. These also we will be discussing. Is it clear, friends? Now we move to the next concept of HCF and LCM. So friends, these are the important concepts for HCF and LCM. First is the relationship between HCF and LCM of two positive integers a and b. Okay friends, so if you are given any two positive integers a and b, then what can be the relationship between HCF and LCM and the numbers? That is HCF of that two numbers multiplied by LCM of that two numbers will be equal to the product of that two numbers. Is it clear, friends? Say for example, if I take two numbers, that is 2 and 5, I am taking both the prime numbers. Okay, so what is common? Common will be 1 only. So HCF will be what? 1, because there is nothing common between these two numbers. Is it clear? And then LCM will be 2 into 5. So LCM will be what? 10. Is it clear? So it will be equal to the product of these two numbers. If you multiply these two numbers, say 2 and 5, so 2 into 5 will be what? 10. So in this case, LHS will be equal to RHS. So this concept is utilized in many sums, friends. So remember these concepts. This is for the two positive integers a and b. Is it clear? Then comes the next concept, that is the relationship between the HCF and LCM of three positive integers, that is p, q and r. Okay, so this concept is not utilized here in our studies, friends, but it can be asked in an objective type of question in your exams. So remember this formula, it is very easy. LCM of these three numbers p, q, r will be product of that three numbers, that is p into q into r, into HCF of PQR divided by HCF of PQ into HCF of QR into HCF of RP. This will be your LCM of PQR. And similarly, HCF of PQR is also written in same way. Instead of HCF over here, we have to put LCM over here. Okay, so the formula will remain same, P into Q into R into LCM of PQR. Here it was HCF of PQR, here it will be LCM of PQR upon, here it was HCF of PQ, it is LCM of PQ into LCM of QR into LCM of RP. Here it was HCF of PQ into HCF of QR into HCF of RP. Instead of that, here they have taken as LCM of PQ into LCM of QR into LCM of RP. So it is very easy to remember, friends. Instead of when you are asked to find LCM, you have to put HCF over here, and when you are asked to find HCF, you have to put LCM over here. That's it. Is it clear? Then third important concept is if A and B are co-prime numbers. Here in the first example, I took the two co-prime numbers only. What is the meaning of co-primes? Co-prime numbers are those numbers which do not have anything in common. Say for example 7 and 5. These are the co-prime numbers. Why? Because they have nothing common other than 1. Is it clear? So A and B are co-prime numbers. Then HCF of these two numbers. What is the prime factorization of 7? 7 into 1. And what is prime factorization of 5? 5 into 1. So what is common in this? So HCF will be what? That is 1. And LCM will be what? That is 1 into other non-common factors are 7 into 5. So 1 into 7 into 5 will be what? 35. So here HCF will be 1 and LCM will be 35. So here what this statement says, that if A and B are co-prime, these were the two co-prime numbers, then HCF of these two numbers, that is 7 and 5, will be 1. So here it is 1, right friends? So So HCF of these two co-prime numbers is what? 1, because they will have nothing common other than 1. And LCM of that two co-prime numbers will be the multiplication of that both numbers, that is 7 into 5. Okay, so what is 7 into 5? 35. That will be the LCM. But this will only happen when these two numbers are co-prime numbers. Remember friends, very well. Is it clear? So friends, we'll be discussing the next part of illustrations in our next video. Thank you.
Thank you students for watching this video. To view our more videos, please click on like and subscribe button given below. Thank you.